Hi, I'm Diane Kucala, and I'm the Chief Leadership Officer at Blueprint Leadership. I have this question for you, and it's really for people who are leaders of leaders. So if you are an executive or director in a corporation, if you're a business coach working with leaders, or if you're a human resource professional developing leaders in your organization, think about this question. Is emotional intelligence or IQ more important today for people to be successful and for teams to thrive? You know, when I ask that question of executives, unanimously people say, of course, both IQ and EQ are important, but undoubtedly EQ is more important than IQ in ensuring that a company will thrive and that a mission will be accomplished. So what is emotional intelligence? Well, simply said, emotional intelligence is the ability for us to understand our own emotions and the emotions of others. And it's also the ability to manage those emotions in a relationship for productivity. So if you have high emotional intelligence, what do you expect will come as a result? Well, first of all, people with high emotional intelligence are able to attract followers. They're able to motivate and inspire people to be their best. They're able to create an environment where there is creativity and innovation so that the energy of people is going towards solving problems rather than protecting themselves or protecting their emotions. So emotional intelligence at work is extremely important in high performance. And of course, it helps to build trust and cohesion within your teams. So, you know, there's a comedian I saw recently, his name is Craig Ferguson, and he talked about 3 important questions that take about 3 seconds to ask yourself. And it's a reflection of emotional intelligence. The first question, he said, is you ask yourself, does this need to be said? The second question is, does this need to be said by me? And the third question is, does this need to be said by me right now? You know, if you're an extrovert, those questions put a pause and a filter on what we want to say, because too often the extrovert will say too much too often. And if you are an introvert, it's actually the opposite. These questions will prompt you to say more because you want to create the environment that's going to be best for people to thrive, both emotionally and in solving important problems. So I love those questions. And, you know, actually, as an aside, Craig said that it took him 3 marriages in order for him to figure those 3 questions out. So let's take his advice and see what we can do with those 3 questions. So you may be asking yourself, if you're an executive or you're a human resource professional or you're a business coach, you know, how do I enhance the emotional intelligence of people within my team? It's so difficult because people get kind of touchy about emotions and emotional intelligence and how they approach others. And so it's a difficult and a topic that takes some diplomacy. And so what I want to offer you through an important partner that we have is a quick assessment that will help you to be able to identify the skills and the gaps that people have in their ability to manage emotions and then to manage fulfillment in the work environment in a way that creates creativity and innovation. Now, this assessment is offered to corporations for the price point of $250 to $500. But our vendor is generously offering this to us at a complimentary rate. All we're charging is $5.99 as an administrative fee to provide this assessment to you. And we think it's important for you to try it because we believe that experience is your best teacher. So I want you to personally take this assessment and identify within yourself what are your areas of emotional intelligence and where are the blind spots or the gaps that you might have, and then what can you do to improve those areas. And if then this assessment works for you, then I'd like you to consider that this assessment could also be very beneficial to the people that you're leading. But that's a separate conversation, and you and I can have that conversation once you have experienced the assessment for yourself. So click the link below. It will give you some more information and will enable you to get the assessment for that $5.99 administrative fee. Take advantage of this limited time offer. It's not going to come back again, and it is so worthwhile for you personally and potentially for the people that you lead.